Thank you everyone for coming and for arranging the weather, whoever was responsible for that. We had a little rain that kind of settled the dust, and it's a beautiful day here in the most beautiful part of our city. Thank you, Aaron Ayrton and Devin Dave, for those very kind words. And I'd like to recognize also Dan Jarvis, who's come out to support me. Dan's the MLA for North Vancouver Seymour. I appreciate you coming out today, Dan, to show your support. I'd also like to recognize that we stand on the traditional territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. And I'd like to thank them for sharing their traditional lands with us. I'm here today to officially announce that I'm seeking the nomination for the BC Liberal Party in the new Vancouver West End riding. West Enders now have a choice of who they want to carry the Liberal banner going into the May 2009 provincial election. And I think we need to be clear about which election we're talking about, because there's an awful lot of buzz in the community about elections. We have the civic elections and the U.S. elections coming up in November. We also have a possible federal election, which could be announced any day. So it's important to be very clear that I'm talking about provincial politics, and I'm involved in a nomination race, the outcome of which will be determined very soon. That means I have only a few weeks to sign up members to support my campaign. And I have to say the response so far has been just great, so thank you very much to those that have supported me. My decision to enter politics was a very considered one. I grew up in a family that always considered community service a very important part of our lives. In his long retirement, my father gave much to his community. He was a tireless community worker, a volunteer, an organizer, and our family personally sponsored more than 100 refugees and helped them to adapt to becoming new Canadians. Now it's time for me to contribute as I best can, and to help our community grow and prosper, and to fight to protect us from anything or anyone that endangers our vibrant community and our way of life. When I look at the provincial mandate, which is largely about social policy, when I look at the 5 goals of the BC Liberal Party, and when I look at my own skills, abilities, and experience, I see a great fit. My professional experience is in health, especially health promotion and Aboriginal health, in education, especially e-learning and post-secondary Aboriginal education, in business as a small business owner and as a business writer, and in environment as a PhD holder in the life sciences. These are all key elements of the provincial mandate, especially when you consider that healthcare and education alone amount to 2/3 of provincial spending in BC. So I want to put my Made in BC education and skills to work in Victoria to help make the West End a better place for residents and businesses alike. Over the past weeks, I've talked with hundreds of West Enders, and one message rings very clear. That is that West Enders want to be represented in Victoria by one of their own community members. They have collectively and unanimously encouraged me to seek the Liberal nomination. I have lived, worked, and rented in this beautiful and unique community for more than 14 years, and I have first-hand experience of the issues that are important to West Enders. In my many discussions with them, they identified these concerns as crime, especially drug-related property crime and violence, renters' rights, especially for our seniors and those on fixed incomes, homelessness, St. Paul's, and protecting our environment. My positions on these issues are very clearly laid out in the campaign information I provided for you, as well as my positions on key provincial issues. And I'm happy to discuss those with you at length today. You can also find this information along with my contact information on my website, daveharper.ca. One of the really great things about the West End, other than the planes that come by once in a while, one of the really great things about the West End is the incredible sense of community we have here. We really do look after each other, and regardless of our political stripes. So today I'm asking West Enders for their support so that I can represent them in Victoria. Over the next few weeks, you'll see my team and me in the community selling memberships, and I encourage you to come and meet me, join my campaign, and help me to defend the West End. Thank you everybody once again for coming. Thank you.